ecosystem. So, for a food chain, remember, we had that grass, then the rabbit, then the hawk. Well, other things can eat grass as well. Other things can eat rabbits. It's not always just a single chain. So, we have a food web that's in our books on page 386, but I want to look at a different one because this one's kind of hard to read right now.
No, you were kidding. That guy's good.
They're all dead.
That guy,
And then it all goes to the shark, and the shark dies.
The only fish can die.
Silence, ladies.
I mean, they can.
So, here's a little bit clearer picture of our food web. Now, with the food web, remember how we said that omnivores can be on different trophic levels? That goes the same with our food webs. So, let's just kind of look at an example of that. So we have our corn down here. What would our corn be? It'd be our producer. Then we go up to this grasshopper. So our grasshopper would be primary. Then we go up to our rat.
Secondary.
Secondary. What if we go from the rat to the eagle? What would the eagle be in that case? Tertiary? It would be our tertiary.
Teriyaki sauce.
Hero sheep.
No, wolves eat rats. Where the arrow is pointing, that's what eats it. So,
Rats eat eagles.
let's go back to our rat again. So, if we go to rat, it's go up to python. What is the python then?
Wait, why is the wolf?
It would be tertiary.
But it's eaten by the eagle.
Say it again?
But it's eaten by the eagle.
The python?
Yeah.
Well, what did I say the other one was? The one above tertiary. Yes.
No, just look up that on the other black.
Oh, yeah.
I found 8. I found 8. Green python.
What the heck? Wait, so how many calories there?
They would get 0.1.
So they would be the best.
So that's the diet.
So, our eagle then, if it eats the python, it would then be a quaternary consumer.
Wait, does it just keep going?
I'm pretty sure that's not
It's like
I am certain. There's not.
I might have forgotten this. What?
They just slowly get less calories.
We are.
Okay. All right. In regards to our food web, do we have any questions over it?
No, what's the project?
It's making a food web. That's why I want to know if we have questions.
Hey, sis, you gotta make a food
I'll
web.
get to that in a second. You're going to get to that in a second.
Yes, you are.
All right, guys. We need to go over our directions for our food web. Yes. So, we are going to be designing a food web. It says, you and your partner will be designing a food web based on what you learned in class. You'll be making the food webs on posters, and to create these, your group needs to follow these steps. So, I already heard some people ask, do we get to pick our partners? Your partner is going to be who you did the ecosystem tour with. Yes. This is because, guys, the food web that you are creating, you are going to take animals and various organisms from the ecosystems that you did and use those animals in your food web.
What? I was Got it!
Yes, live in the Swiss Alps.
Usually works for me.
Yes, we have to use the dick.
Guys, you are wasting your work time.
Exactly.
So you need to build a food web based on organisms from your ecosystem tour. You need to have 15 from your environment. Don't forget having plants, our producers. Make sure you have something that eats the plants, something that eats the thing that eats the plants, so on. You want to try to get something from every level in our pyramid here. We're going to be working on it the next class and part of the next one as well.
I feel like it didn't like take 10 minutes.
But there's other things that we need to look at.
So just today,
I'll talk about it. So for each organism, you need to include the following. You need to write the common name and you need to draw it. I don't care if it's not a beautiful drawing. I can't draw, so I won't judge. You need to have the scientific name with it, the level of the organism on their energy pyramid. You need to say if the organism is on the endangered species list. And you need to make sure that the arrows are pointing in the correct direction. And then you need to make your posters look neat, colorful, and presentable. Yes, it's on the posters. I'll tell you what we should do today. So, what you guys should try to do today is something like this. You don't need to include the picture on there, I just wanted to put it on there since, like I said, I can't draw. So, I have my Bengal tiger. So our common name is Bengal tiger. The scientific name is Panthera tigris. This is something that you can just find right away on Google if you look it up. The level on the pyramid that our Bengal tiger would be our tertiary consumer. I put a star here because it is on the endangered species list. The ecosystem that our Bengal tiger is typically from would be a tropical rainforest. And then I just put some foods from that tropical rainforest out of the animals that I could have had on my ecosystem tour. So I had the Indian bison, the water buffalo, and the serow. This is what I want you guys to try to do today. You don't need to do it exactly like this. I just thought this was a nice format. But try to find all your organisms today, including plants, like I said. Plants also have scientific names, and they can be endangered, so make sure you look that up as well. But I would just try to find your 15 organisms and list these things down below if you can. Maybe get all your organisms, look at them, see what they might eat out of your things.
When's this gotta be due?
It might be due on Monday. We'll see how our progress is the next few days. Is there any questions in regards to our project? If there's no questions, we can get with your partner and work.
Water buffalo wings.
Can I move it?
I'm tired.
Oh, okay.